What's going on, everybody? Gustav the 13th here with a new video talking about this new suit for June 13th, 2024. It is the Sazabi prototype, which is literally just a red Sazabi. We probably should have had a red Sazabi for a long time. The caveat being, for whatever reason, this is on ground only. I'm gonna look at something real quick, because here's the thing: there's the Sazabi prototype, but then there actually is a ground version of the Sazabi. This shouldn't be it. This is a different suit because it still has the funnels and stuff. It wouldn't make sense if it didn't. So this should be, yeah, it's developed at the South Pole base for Neo Zeon Supreme Commander Char Asdabul. So they have a whole fight in the South Pole as well. Carry out an earth cooling operation, enhance firepower endurance were deemed essential, so changes made require accommodate a larger, heavier mobile suit unit compared to the Agdoga. Which is interesting, because you can see some of the head bracing and stuff for it kind of still being mostly based on the Ag, but it still has its funnels. And in UC Engage, there's a point where Char encounters Amuro in the Rick DJ as the Sazabi, and I'm assuming it's the Sazabi prototype. So it should just be this, which is why it makes sense that it has funnels, but it's ground only, so I don't understand. I don't get it. It's really weird. But it is a thing. Unfortunately, this is not a free way to get the Moon rifle, because it counts this long rifle as just a Sazabi prototype rifle by itself. It does have 2 melee, and this time around these are switched. We have the dual sabers here and we have the long saber here. The dual sabers actually do have a heavy attack on them. And the Mega Particle Cannon in the gut is not a two-shot buildup. It is actually just a big single stun, kind of like on the Sekimyu Doga, the 550 one, where you had it's a necessary charge. This one's just kind of like how it is on the regular Sazabi, except it's just an instant stun, which kind of sucks. I would have rather it had just been an accumulation one instead. a little bit unfortunate. But we also have our funnels here. So focus fire on this one's a little bit more like a rush, as it says there on the side. So not the usual, go out, pew, pew, pew. We also have pursuits. These, as we'll see when we get into our practice round, actually does intervals between 2 sets of 3, as opposed to just all firing at once. And now we got our micro missiles here. These ones fire pretty fast, have a decent amount of accumulation, and have a range of 300. For the funnels, both of them are 250, so a little stumpy. I don't know why they like keeping them so short like that, but whatever, right? Same thing for the gut cannon. That one makes more sense to me because it is just kind of a big barf out in front of you. But the rifle, thankfully, has a 400 meter range, as well as having piercing on the charge shot. Going over to our stats and stuff, let's go down the line here. So we've got 23k health, ballistic resistance of 18, beam resistance of 31, melee resistance of 33, range strength of 30, melee strength of 40, movement speed of 130, top speed of 230, thruster gauge of 75, and a turning speed of 69. Talking about part slots here, we have 13, 12, and 19 for close, medium, and long. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we already actually had a couple of fights in here too, but moving on to our skills, we have the Assault Booster level 2, High Performance Balancer level 1, Maneuver Armor level 3, Force Injector level 3, Melee Combo Controller level 2, Power Accelerator level 2, Heavy Attack level 1, Leg Shock Absorber level 3, Flight Control Program level 2, Emergency Evasion System level 2, so you get 2 rolls, Anti-Blast Stabilizer, thank goodness because you're a fucking raid, Break Stance Mastery because, of course, special add-on buffer to the back, so 15% to the back parts. The leg buffers also, which I find that actually it's a little bit weird. Well, I mean, it's fine because it is a big pack. The leg buffers are thankfully at 3, but that's 25. Damage control 2. They give you DC 2 on this thing, and you have cycle frame resonance, which means once you get down to 30, you get a free nullification of stuns. You get essentially get out of jail free card. You're faster, you do more damage, and your lock-ons are all faster for your Psychomuse stuff. So you're talking about a suit that has DC 2 on top of a fuck ton of maneuver armor, which means that when it's on the move doing its thing, especially because it has power accelerator to get out of locks and stuff pretty fast, it just keeps going. It just keeps pursuing. It's a pursuit machine, more or less, especially when you consider the range, the absolute range on this Proto Beam Saber, the L Beam Saber. It's, you can neutral somebody, catch them in the leg, and then just fuck them up, because you have combo controller too. you get 3 swings with all your melee, regardless. And if someone else is already holding somebody still, you can just come in. The heavy attack on this is very, very exploitable, but also very gross. But that's the long and short of that. Let's check out the enhancement list here. So we got +1 to melee, +1 to melee resistance, +100 to shield HP, and then at the very ass end we get our complex expansion slot, only 1 per each at 2570. Talking about our unlockables, we have +5 to melee resistance for the first one at 5140, and the last one is a +5 to melee mod for 7710. So nothing crazy to write home about, but getting those baseline damage numbers up is always nice. Alright, so this comes at a weird time, right? Because we have a lot of just melee heavy suits. We have people still running around on the FF new. People are running the IP still really hard. There's a lot of other raids that are just running around, not to mention the Banshee Norton is still at this cost fucking shit up and punishing people. But we also have, and I don't know how often this is going to stay the case, but because they did those adjustments to the Gustav Karl, it is a dummy stick suit, and it has a lot of things that can kind of negate big bungus heavy charge down suits, where it can legitimately just kind of perk up, sit in a spot, wait for someone to mess up, either get a tackle or a quick stun out, you know, on a landing punish, and then just do its fucking dirt. And I do kind of wonder how many other suits we're going to get kind of like this, that is around this cost. We're probably never going to get a 750 cost. You know, so everything that's really strong is just going to be up here butting heads with each other all the fucking time. It's only going to get weirder. But for now, let us back out and we're going to do our usual practice round. Check this thing out in the field and see what our animations and all that good stuff are like before we go into our example match. You know, I try to keep that going as long as possible, and it's still loading. It's still a hurry the fuck up. Come on. Oh my god. So, usual junk, right? Not bad on that. That's what I'm talking about. It just kind of barfs it out and you get a stun. Not bad. Not what I would want, but the rush is pretty good on this thing. Pretty fast accumulation. This is what I was talking about before though. So you have one half, this other half. You get 3 pulses and you can actually get a stun in there. And because this is heat based, you can kind of space it out with other things. That's another thing I want to talk about a little bit though, and I think you can probably steer it. You can, but the downswing on this is not a diagonal chop. It is a straight up and down chop. You get a pretty big hit on that. That can go over with the guard. Like you're chucking supports for a good amount of bread one way or the other. We'll show off the heavy attack as well. Bam, bam, and then boo! You give it a big boot for the end. Now, you can do like bam, bam, and then boost and or roll out of it if you don't want to make sure, you know, for the timing. So you don't have to go through with the boot, but you can't do it any sooner than that either. So you still have to go through with those. It is very slow and they do carry a lot of range on them, which is nice. But be a little bit careful where you put it on. Make sure that if you're going to do it, that you can get that initial swipe on a good amount of people. Otherwise, someone's going to counter you really hard, really fast. And as you can see there, this actually is a pierce on charge. In fact, it's hitting that shield and going right through to our other guy back here. It's kind of goofy. Let me see if I can actually get the damage on both of them for here. Boop. Oh, did you see that? It glanced off and went to that. This is what I'm talking about with this, the way these bodies work. That should have just went straight through and it didn't. It glanced off and went to the right, even though we weren't at a weird angle for that. That's kind of annoying. Man, got a regular chop for that. That's still pretty much the same as it was before. Not bad. And obviously you can do 3 swings on these, so that's pretty nice as well. I think this doesn't have any like resist on it, so yeah, the full burst will get a stun. They're very close together, but keep in mind that they do not all go out at once. They still go out in sequence, which means some of them may stray if you have to trace really hard on somebody, And it's mostly something that you would do if you just need a little bit of extra accumulation, maybe when you're backpedaling and trying to keep somebody off you or whatever like that. Honestly, you also have these to lean on, and they come out pretty fast. I'm gonna let these go back up, and we'll check out the damage on the base as well. In the meantime, bap, 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 bap. Like, that's pretty steady, right? And then you can back off, do this, swing around on this. I'm gonna be honest with you, as usual, the heavy attack doesn't really do jack shit to this thing. It doesn't really need to, though. The follow funnels, the rifle. Keep in mind that if somebody tries to plant on your stuff, most of your shit pierces. These pierce. Same as the other ones on the Sazabi. So you don't have to really worry about even charging this up if you don't want to, in order to get that extra, you know, oomph in there. You can just get some cursory guesses in here and just keep pacing until you clap them. But as you can see, we are making a good amount of accumulation on our own. This is a very good suit for contributing to base busting. So something to keep in mind, especially when you're advancing really hard on certain maps, where you can, you know, slit these in the corner, maybe hit a crouch and just really lay into some stuff. Not bad. Like, that's a visible solid chunk just for the regular shot on the rifle. You don't even really need to do the charge if you don't want to wait for the extra heat. So that's really good. That's really nice. But overall, that's the long and short of it, right? Let me check something. Oh, interesting. So you cannot lock on or do any of that on the move. Something to keep in mind. That's them being like, "Oh, it's a prototype, bro." Or, you know, like whatever. But it is kind of what it is for that. Not the biggest deal, but something to keep in mind. That damage is so gross. Keep in mind, obviously these guys don't really have anything on them, and they're not the kind of suits that you're going to see at this cost. But that's still baseline damage from this. There's no parts on this one right now, so that's pretty impressive all the same, even though it is a very big telegraphed heavy attack. But that is the long and short of it for the general stats and setup for this thing. Definitely very competent. Feels kind of like a trap considering that anniversary is going to be coming up eventually, but you know what? If you're looking for another raid, or if you just always thought that the regular Sazabi should have been a raid to begin with, then this is good. I actually like this thing. We are going to check out the match that we got. I might go with the last one. The first one was kind of okay. I'm going to be honest with you though, as much as I like this, I'm going to talk about something after we get back. So check out that match and we'll come back here in a little bit, right around now. Appreciate everybody's contributions as always. That is the boss done. We're going to be moving on to another map next time, but for now we're going to be doing our final round, hopefully getting some work done in the new Sazabi.
Mission start.
Oh boy. I don't like being here right away. That's not really my target either, though. Shit, but they got 3 separated already, and they're gonna start crushing in on him. Oh no, he ran off. He actually got around that corner. You got the roll out of that? Bruh.
I'm reading significant damage. Take defensive action.
Oh, Lord.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile. An allied unit's been destroyed.
That's not my spot.
Your mobile suit is toast. Eject if you can.
Oh, that was their raid.
captured.
Oh. Hey, get out of the way. It's really delayed. Bro. Bro.
Your mobile suit has been destroyed.
Oh god. Stop cornering me in here.
An enemy mobile suit. An allied unit's been destroyed.
I don't know. It's because that bell pepper is ours, I think. Yeah, because so what was theirs? Might have been, you know, it was an HWS. It was down there near A. I don't know if they got it or not. I don't know if 3 did, or if anyone did, really. The Yamabuki is probably just sitting there, yeah. I don't think they wiped, though. Yeah, no, they were just...
An allied
It's a really weird pause for some reason. I don't know how to deal with all that.
minor damage detected.
What is behind from that far away?
Enemy mobile suit destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Supporting fire.
That's my baby over there.
Target area. Long range supporting fire incoming.
At least it was.
Supporting fire's all done. I don't think that's a... An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. I'm reading significant...
I'm a little confused with that.
defensive action.
Onward. Ow, ow, ow.
An allied unit's been destroyed. Enemy mobile suit
Oh,
destroyed.
he lost his leggies.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An allied unit's been destroyed. Your mobile suit is toast. Ejected. Your mobile suit has been destroyed.
Help me out. HWS is back. 4 is gonna have to back off. He can't be there anymore because 3 is about to go down.
Welcome back. Boy, the enemy. An allied unit's been
Yeah, they
destroyed.
fucking melted him.
Allied unit's been destroyed. Minor damage detected.
Oh, what the hell?
Combat yet.
Is there something way over there? Because otherwise...
I'm reading significant damage. Take
That's annoying.
defensive action. An allied unit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Your mobile suit is toast. Eject if you can. 2 minutes remaining. Bases are now more valuable for this mission. Shield damaged. Defenses hindered.
Shitting me, why didn't they fire? Just let them loose. This should have just went before the roll.
Your mobile suit has been destroyed.
Oh, my lord.
Supporting fire incoming.
I'm not gonna let myself move neutral that long. Just so that those can leave.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
The only guess I have is that this is like a really coincidental and shitty just range issue. Oh my lord, what is happening here? Why are you so over by yourself? Oh my god. None of that hit anything.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. 1 minute remaining. You've got this in the bag. Minor damage detected. No impact on combat yet.
Down for it.
An allied unit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. An allied unit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile. Time has run out.
Oh my god. Pain in my ass.
Nice work out there. We won.
Man, so we really didn't get much of an opportunity to do heavy attacks for any of that. Like, there's too much to react to all the fucking time. Ugh. But everything else about it's active enough that it can handle a lot of stuff. And being able to keep people still with the melee is nice as usual, so. Not awful. If we can get some more heavy attacks in there, we can get our output up. It'll probably be even better, but
Here are this
not bad
rewards.
out of the gate. And that was our match in the Sazabi Proto. So the one thing I want to talk about a little bit is that this does have a lot of baseline attack. I can't believe all that hit that shield. That's crazy. And even though a lot of people recommend against it, and I honestly would too, you don't want to try to do these big cutscene like 3 swing-a-dingans unless you just don't want that person to get out, right? Like if it's just you and you're trapping them, then by all means, but that is a lot of wasted China. You could be putting damage on other people. It may often be better to just put them on the floor and move on, especially if you don't have anyone else there to back you up. But that heavy attack, because of how long this takes to charge, like you're not getting, you know, Zulu EH charge levels here. And it is a lot of damage, and it can pretty much one-touch a lot of shit that it runs into. But it's very risky to just sit there and try to hunt with it. You think about all the stuff that can landing punish you, that can chew through your resistance despite all the accumulation and resistance and stuff that you have with the maneuver armor and the DC. It's not super worth it unless you just really are confident that your team's going to be doing all that output that you could be doing with all your midline stuff while also just going in for regular melee along with everything else. So very satisfying when you get it off. Not super necessary. Why did that not come out before? Talking about sometimes these just don't do shit. But like I didn't really even need those funnels to put that in killing range, you know what I'm saying? So like it's solid. If you can't get the heavy out, I know it's kind of frustrating, but it's not a big deal. You're still doing the damage in this thing. So overall, not bad. I like it. It's got a lot of play in it, especially with the funnels and stuff like that and the way that they tend to behave. So I'll probably be running this a little bit. As much as I like the FF new, because I did just get it recently, and it's very reactive and zippy in the same way, this one does feel a little bit more comfortable with the way that the funnels and all that work. So I might run this a little bit more by comparison. We'll just have to see. But that is the long and short of it for the Sazabi prototype, because it's literally just a red Sazabi. Some of the stuff about it is pretty typical. There's not a whole lot to really go over, but it is a nice suit. Definitely not super required, but if you're a fan of the Sazabi and just want another thing with a dummy thick heavy attack and all this other stuff to play around with, then by all means check it out. And until next time, this will be Goose on the 13th. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.